जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go? घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे, then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून
So this is the second semi-final of the main division. This is the battle of the champions, and one of these two teams is gonna make it to the finals. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they are batting first. Both their openers out there, and they've been in some good nick throughout this tournament. SNA law offices, whereas they too have been a very good team throughout this tournament. First delivery, here we go. The right arm quick bowler running in, and straight away goes for a good shot. He drills it towards the mid-off region. There's a fielder out there. It goes straight to him. Confident start that by Anup Rawat. Both Anup Arpit have provided good starts to their teams. And they've been so consistent throughout this tournament as well. That's very well played. Plays that late. There is protection. There is a boundary rider standing at the third man region. He keeps it down to one. First runs on the board for Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They are up and running. It's a good start, and this is where these two batsmen have been adept. They worked out their plans and worked it out pretty well. They know what the bowling team has to offer, and they have combined well, both of them. That's another good looking stroke, but straight to the fielder. No timing there. The offside ring is packed with fielders. He would love to pierce that gap, but it would be difficult. That's an interesting field. Remember, the first 6 overs, the power play overs, are just two fielders outside the circle allowed. That is the 30-yard circle. Once again, finding that fielder standing at covers. So, we already saw one fielder who was safeguarding those boundary ropes. One is standing at third man, and one is deep extra cover. He's standing there. So, it's a very interesting field. And looking at the onside field, there's a big gap between mid-wicket and mid-on. Quick single, tight single, good running between the wickets in the end. Had to hurry there, but it was a very good call. And no hesitation there. Good understanding between both these batsmen. And that's the hallmark of a quality pair. And I can't help but notice that big gap. That's a very big gap. Mid-wicket rather, is really fine, and mid-on is more towards the bowler, is closer towards the bowler. So that is a very big gap, extra bit of bounce. Initially in the first half an hour, you'll get that ball to kick back. That just bites up, surprising the batsman. So that's a good start with the ball. First over done and dusted. And they'd be happy with that. S&A. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They're 2 for no loss after the first over. So this is where things get interesting. Another bowler from the other end with an offer, puts it away. That's a sin, especially against these two. The ball is hard and new. Nicely getting on top of the bounce. And that's a cracking shot, the first one of the day. And hopefully for Shardul Amarchand, many more to come. What a good stroke that was. That was a rare loose from the bowler. Pitches it short, pitches it wide. Had enough time to free his arms. Easy pickings that. That's a much better line. Good comeback that by the bowler. He pushes it away once again towards that extra cover fielder. No chance for none. He thought it was short enough, but not to be, staying just a tad low. Goes for the pull. As I said, he was looking for that gap towards the onside, more towards cow corner and mid wicket. Didn't get all of it. Works it away towards the mid on fielder. Takes on the fielder's arm. That's a directed. Has he made it? Irrespective of what the verdict did, but that was a very good piece of fielding. Came in attacking the ball, sharp as ever. The man standing at mid on. It's another good stroke, guides it away towards the third man region. There is protection out there. Just a single on that occasion. One more run added to the total. So S&A law officers, they would know that these two, this is a very dangerous pair. They have to get a wicket and they have to strike early. Because once they get going, then they're looking at a big total. And chasing won't be easy on this track. Once again taking on the arm of the fielder. This time fumble makes things much easier. Putting the pressure on the fielder straight away. We've seen these two rake up the runs. They've got their teams. They've put on totals in excess of 200 throughout this tournament. But the pitch has changed. I reckon this would be a low-scoring encounter, but not as low-scoring as the previous few encounters. I think 160 would be a par score. The bowler, meanwhile, running in. That's another good delivery. Tucks him tight. That's another directed. He's working up some magic there. The man standing in mid-on. 2-2. As far as direct hits are concerned, but the running between the wickets, it's been fabulous. They are so quick off their feet. And the calling has been precise. You have to trust your partners. Goes big, looks to go downtown, hits it hard but finds the man standing at mid-off. The idea was to make room for himself and heave it inside out towards that long on region. Remember, he had to go find a plate more in the V because there is a fielder. That could be a wicket. It is a wicket. Straight to that man. It was hit hard. Looks to carve it away towards the offside, but a man was positioned for that particular shot. And he takes it. What a fabulous take as well. So this opening pair has been broken by S&A pretty early. They've been dropped. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They are used to these two provide big starts for their team. But today is not the day. Anoop has to go. He departs for 2. And Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they're 10 for 1 now. So the new man walks out, walks in, 1 down. Well, that's on the up. Almost straight to that same man standing there at point. Extra bit of bounce. As I said, that's what you get when you bend your back on this deck. Once again, surprising the batsman. Good bowling. This is thoughtful bowling. This time pitches it further up. Once again, exceptional piece of fielding. He's electrifying out there at mid on. Another direct hit. 3 and 3. Oh, he's standing there. He's attacking the ball, pouncing on it like a cheetah. That's good to see. That's really good to see. Seems to be some athlete, that man. Turns it away towards the mid-wicket region. Another chance of a run out, a direct hit. Would have made things pretty interesting. They get away with that tight single to Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. That's a good stroke. That is a very good stroke indeed. That will travel towards the fence. In fact, it doesn't. That's once again that man standing at mid on covers a lot of ground. Wow, look at the angle he cut across. He had hit it towards that long off region. Not the best of timings, but he came running in from mid on and made sure that the ball didn't trickle over towards the boundary ropes. Saved a certain boundary for his team. That's excellent fielding. Oh, that would be away from him. Once again, puts in the chase. Does exceptionally well. Oh, that could have been close. He seems to be some fielder, some athlete. Wow, this is really good to watch. Some contest. This would be Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas taking on S&A Law Offices. Two really strong team. And they're playing for a spot in the finals. Pushes it straight back to the bowler. I think it was a last minute decision. Initially, he wanted to turn it away towards the onside, probably take a single, or he was looking for that gap. I think that is a ploy. What they are trying to do, S&A Law Offices, is asking Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas to work out that gap, that pocket that is there towards the onside. I think the keeper is slightly hurt. He's hurt, it seems. Once again, banging it in its short. That fielder from fine leg quickly gets to it. No chance of a run. Now, this is a very good ploy. This is something that too many teams haven't tried throughout this tournament. That's an edge. That might run away for 4. It does. Trickles away towards the boundary rope, so 4 runs. That's a much needed boundary. It's off the bat of Arpit. Arpit moves to 19. He's looked fairly comfortable out there. Run up has just joined him. He's batting on one. So 4 overs gone. Ends the over with a boundary. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas at 22 for 1. Start of the 5th over. Oh, that's once again really well bowled. And it's Lalit who comes in to bowl his third. So, SNA law offices, they have done something that other teams have failed throughout this tournament. They've kept the Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas batsmen on leash. They've kept things tight and they've chalked out their own plans. It is unconventional, as I said, something that teams haven't thought of in this tournament. We all know that the pitches are low and slow, and once the ball gets sold up, you bend your back, you look to bowl those bouncers. It becomes very easy for the batsman to work it away through the gaps, get on top of it, play the pull or the hook shot. But when the ball is hard and new, try bending your back and surprising the batsman. And generally, look to bounce them out on a good length. That's where it becomes difficult. If you pitch it short, then it's evident. On this turf, it's almost like you've telegraphed a bouncer to the batsman. But when you look to work good bounce of a good length, then the batsman will be more watchful against you. He'll find it more tricky to play his strokes. And that's what's happened. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they are very fluent, especially in the first 6 overs. They've got great batting depth. That's in the gap. That's a smart shot by Pranav. The mid-on fielder. At the moment, there's no escaping from him for the ball or the batsman. He's everywhere. Such a live wire in the field. Pranav moves to 4. Final delivery of the 5th over. This has been a good over. Can he finish it off well? Tracks it away towards the offside. Very good effort. Does make the stop. But they will eventually get a single. He will keep strike. That's the end of the 5th. And Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas slowly making the scoreboard move. The scoreboard has really trickled at snail's pace. This is pretty much unlike Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas. 27 for 1 at the moment. This is unknown territory for them. Generally play slam bang cricket. All hells break loose when the openers get going. You're certainly looking at a 200 plus target all of a sudden as an opposition. That might be a wide. It is a wide. We'll have to re-bowl that. KSS bowling his third. So what SNA have done is they've asked their frontline bowlers to complete the power plays, keep it tight, and once the field spreads out, they'll be hoping that Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas will be looking to up the ante. Will be looking to fuel that run rate, which is not the best at the moment on the pads. Just uses his wrist nicely, works it away towards the onside, gets only a single, one more run added to the total. So K says, not the best of starts to this over. He's been expensive today, but I think he's bowled some really decent deliveries. That's somewhat might have asked the batsmen a few questions. There would be some doubts in their minds. He somewhat troubled the batsmen with at least a couple of deliveries. Arpit batting on 20. That's a stylish stroke. That's nice. He worked away towards the mid-wicket region. That will be a boundary. It is really well played. Right on top of it. Well controlled. He knew where exactly the gap was. Picks it up nicely. Arpit is looking solid. He moves to 24 of just 19. Lost his opening partner pretty cheaply today. But he's still out there. Cracks it. Finds the fielder standing at cover. Straight to him. No chance of a run. Two final deliveries in these power play overs. After this, the field will be spread. Shot! That's put away. This time there's no reprieve for the bowler. It's a well set Arpit. Picks up the length pretty quickly and puts it away in grand fashion. He knew all he had to do was clear the 30-yard circle. Does that with relative ease. Just a swivel and a stylish stroke. With this team, or with this Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas team, there's no respite. All of them can bat. The only hope is to bowl 10 unplayable deliveries, get them out. Otherwise, these kind of strokes will be on display throughout these 20 overs. Good fielding, only a single on that occasion. So he will keep strike. That's the end of the power play. 6th over gone. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they're 39 for 1.
Skin specialist. जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट।
So the power play is done and dusted. First change in bowling. Suraj Prasad into the attack. The man who was everywhere in the field in the first 6 overs has got the ball in his hands now. He'll be bowling his first. Suraj with his leggies. That action, that approach towards the popping crease, reminding you of Rashid Khan. Well bowled, well bowled. That just kicked up once again of a good length. It was a fuller length this time. So the pitch slightly offering invariable bounce to the bowlers, and the batsmen haven't found it easy to score runs. They haven't got going like they've done throughout this tournament. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they're generally so fluent. Goes off the back foot, plays it straight back to the bowler. Another dot delivery. Pushes it straight back to the bowler. Look at that anticipation from the bowler. He knows where the ball is going, runs quickly to it, pounces on it like a tiger. Goes for the sweep. Should be cut off. It is. Straight to that man. Another dot. These dots all of a sudden building pressure on Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. That is a maiden. That is remarkable stuff. We haven't seen too many maidens in this tournament this season. That's one amongst them. That's the end of the seventh. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they're 39 for 1. बोलने का काम नहीं होता है मैं बात ही कम करता हूँ तो इतना तो मैं महीने महीने साल साल में नहीं हूँ जितना इस हफ्ते में कर लूँ सही में जबान लड़खड़ाने लगती है मेरी आज पूरा नहीं आएगा So Himanshu Dubey, he's been a very exciting prospect. Look at that approach, coming in to bowl. That's unconventional, you'd have to say. But keeping that aside, he is a quality bowler. He's picked up so many wickets throughout the course of this tournament in the middle overs. He's bowled the all-important middle overs, keeping the run rate in check, picking up crucial wickets as well, breaking partnerships. Gets down, plays the sweep shot, plays it more in the V, drills it towards long on, gets a single, one more run. Arpit back on strike, Arpit batting on 29. So as far as S&A are concerned, Arpit will be the big wicket they're looking at. Arpit hits it well all along the carpet towards a long off region, gets one more run. So the team in blue, they've had a fantastic tournament, unblemished. You can almost say they've been the team to beat throughout this tournament. They are so well rounded as a team, such a fierce bowling unit, and almost all of the playing 11 can bat and they bat well. That's a good looking shot. Straightens his elbows as he works it away towards the long on region, gets one more run. Arpit has moved into the 30s. This has been another tight over. So spinners bowling in tandem. That's it straight to the man. He's upset with himself, Arpit. He knew that there was a gap to play with there. Couldn't find it this time around. Finds the man instead. Just 3 runs have come off this over so far. Pushes it towards the long on region. Will keep strike. 4 runs coming off it. That's the end of the 8th. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They're 43 for 1. क्या हुआ था? So Suraj to continue. Bowled that fantastic first over. Looks to once again open the face of the bat at the last moment. Looks to work it away towards that gap, towards the offside. There is a sweeper cover riding the boundary ropes. And talking about the fielders outside the 30-yard circle, there's a sweeper cover towards the offside. There's a long off, there's a long on. Sweeps it well. This time finds a gap. That ball travelled quickly towards the boundary ropes. That's 4 runs. Getting down on one knee. Takes it on the full. Just plays it right into the gap. Nobody moved. So 4 fielders at the moment outside the 30-yard circle. One is standing at sweeper cover, one at long off, one at long on. One is towards cow corner, and one now has been pushed towards deep mid wicket. Oh, he wanted to cut that somewhat late onto that extra bit of bounce as well. Straight into the wicket-keeper's gloves. So Arpit is batting on 35 at the moment. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they are approaching their 50-run mark. Just 3 runs away from that 50-run mark. But in their own books, they would consider this run rate not to be amongst the best. And this is a crucial game. Sometimes the pressure does get onto you. Crucial games, knockout game this. Whoever wins this one heads into the finals. And I dare say that whoever wins this game have a very good chance of taking that big trophy home. Sure enough, pulls it towards the onside. The fielder coming in, keeping it to just 1. This over from Suraj has been expensive. The previous one was a maiden. Final delivery of the 9th. Tosses it up nicely. Hits it well. Goes inside out. Will get a boundary. Does. And brings up the 50 in style for his team. That was a very good over for the batting team. 10 runs coming off it. So 9th gone. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They're 53 for 1. So you can clearly hear words of encouragement for the bowler. Manchu. Oh! Almost chops it back onto the stumps. They'll come back for the second. Good running between the wickets. That's excellent running between the wickets. That's what matters. Every run counts. That's the main difference between good teams and the best. They make every moment count. You're always switched on. No matter what the situation is, never give up. I think Himanshu just losing his run up slightly there. This is the 10th over in progression, and they'll be looking to get a move on. These two batsmen are well set now. Arpit is batting on 40 at the moment. That's another good stroke towards the offside. Sweeper cover should cut it off. He does. Keeps it to just one. Pranav moves to 12. Arpit at the moment batting on 40. Plays that late, but finds the man at backward point. No chance of a run. Was hit straight to that man. Couldn't pierce the gap this time around. He would be upset with that, Arpit. Lets it go. Lets it go straight into the wicketkeeper's gloves. In fact, that's been signalled wide. It's away from the tram line, suggests the umpire, so we'll have to re-bowl that one. Once again, looks to play that cut shot towards the offside. He knows there's a very big gap. There's just one sweeper cover towards the offside, riding the boundary ropes. And there's no real protection. If he pierces that gap, there's a third man. There's a backward point. Backward point is almost standing at gully. And then there's your conventional point as well. And there's a big gap. Mid-off is slightly wider. Almost extra cover. And in that gap, towards the deep end is the sweeper cover fielder. Turns it away towards the onside, gets a single. Gets Pranav to play the final delivery of the over. Oh, almost another wicket. Once again getting away with that one. The fielder comes in running. Doesn't travel towards the boundary ropes, but gets 2 runs. Another couple of runs. That's the end of the 10th. So at the halfway mark, Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they're scoring run a ball. They're 60 for 1, and I think it should be time for a drinks interval. And also we'll be changing the ends now.
जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफ।
Drinks are off the field, and you'd have to say SNL officers, they've done a very good job so far. It's not easy to keep Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, their batsmen in check. That's something they've done. They picked up an early wicket. They picked up an opener pretty early. So both these openers have been the Achilles heel of a lot of teams in this tournament. And SNA, they're showing what rewards you get when you bowl those good lines. You keep it tight and you pick up an early wicket. Even though there's a partnership being built here, SNA would be really happy with their efforts. So their star performer, Jatin Kapoor, he will be bowling now. He comes into the attack. An MVP as far as SNA law offices are concerned. And he'll be the one to watch out for when they come out to bat as well. Left hand opener. They too have a star-studded batting lineup, SNA law officers, just like Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. This should be an exciting contest, this. Hopefully the better team wins today. And Jatin bowling his first. Bowled well and not the best of starts. Gets away with that one. It's a wide signal by the umpire, but could have been easily put away towards the onside by Arpit Sen. He goes for the pull. Misses it all. Ends up in the end. He would be dejected. Didn't make any connection on that one. So Arpit has coped up well after the loss of his partner pretty early. Hit the pads. Then towards the keeper. Once again you can see the offside is packed. He's been dropped on the pads. We'll wait for the signal. The umpire raises his fingers. There is a wicket and a big one at that. Arpit has to depart. The big fish has to go back, and Jatin straight away makes an impact. Both the openers back in the hut. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they are in deep trouble. They've lost their second. They're 61 for 2 now. Jatin Kapoor, the impact player, comes in to bowl his first over, immediately breaks through. And this partnership has been broken finally.
भाई तुम कैमरा कहाँ ले गए थे? कैमरा कहाँ ले गए थे अभी? बॉलर में अंपायर तो दिखा नहीं।
So the new man is out there.
भाई कट नहीं लगाया दीपक, कट नहीं लगाया मैं कहा। अभी अभी हुआ है पिछली पिछली बॉल में।
So the new man will be facing Jatin Kapoor. Goes big, chance, long off, can't get to it. And what a way to start your innings. He's just announced his arrival in style. And in some style as well. No half measures there. Goes all for it. Reaches out for it. Long off. For a moment he would have thought that he was in business, but not to be. It was played pretty wide of him. Oh, induces the outside edge. Directed would have been interesting, but I think he had made it back. Majid Khan. Now we all know that he's a power striker. He can hit from the word go, but didn't expect him to start this innings that particular way, considering the fact that at the moment they are on the back foot. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. Much better delivery. Very good comeback this by Jatin Kapoor. So final delivery of the over coming up. Goes for the lap sweep. That was ballooned up in the air. Falls safe. They'll come back for the second. 2 runs. Good running between the wickets. That's the end of the 11th. They're 70 for 2 after the end of the 11th over. An expensive over, but a wicket coming off it, more importantly.
मैं आज तो चिकन भी खा लूंगा। आज दिमाग खराब हो
So the talismanic Suraj. Once again, he's got the ball in his hands. For the first time, he'll bowl from the other end. Majid, the man on strike. He will not back down from a fight. He's been sent in early. Oh, excellent fielding once again. He's a remarkable fielder, is Suraj, with great reflexes as well. And the thing is, after he fields, gets rid of the ball pretty quickly. He's always switched on. He's always aware of the fact that there could be a run out at any particular end. Is that a chance? No, it's not. That's an unconventional shot, but a brilliant one at that. That's heaved away towards that extra cover region. And that's 6. That's a monstrous hit. Right out of the screws. And Majid Khan gets a second 6 of the innings. And what a stroke. You know, when you see batsmen walk out to the middle, you look at them swing towards the outside. He does this time around. Where has it gone? Has it gone all the way? I think it has. That's another 6. 3 sixes. He's made an impact straight away. And now you get the idea why he was sent in early by the batting team. Generally comes in a lower down the order during the back end of each innings. But they knew that they had to get a move on as far as the scoring rate was concerned. Majid Khan has been sent in at number 4. He's done the job so far. Has taken the bowlers to the cleaners. Drills it towards the extra cover region. Gets one more run. One more added to the total. Majid moves to 20. Pranav Nanda at the other end. He knows his role. That would be to play second fiddle. He'll play the role of the sheet anchor. No, it's not. He too is going for the big hits. Hasn't got all of it though. That was aerial, only for a single in the end. They could do away with such risks. Gets Majid back on strike, and look at that strike rate, 20 of just 6 deliveries. That's much more like Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. That's the way they bat. Just a push straight back to Suraj. That's an expensive over. 14 runs coming off at 12th con. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They are 84 for 2. Jatin will continue. His previous over was expensive, but he got a wicket. A well set batsman removed by Jatin in his very first over. Uses his feet, takes it on the full, drills it towards the long off region. Should be cut off. It is just a single for Pranav. And I think Majid, when he was sent in, he was given a message by the camp, and that message has been passed on to Pranav as well. He's more positive. He's using his feet against the spinners. Goes hard. Long off. Should keep it down to just a single. It is just a single in the end. Another run. So what Majid is looking to do is he's looking to hit the ball hard, generating his own power, because as we've stated numerous times, the pitch is on the slower side. A huge appeal by the bowling team. Not out, says the umpire. He was unmoved. Just fires it in. Does Jatin. That one just straightening with the angle. Once again, uses his feet. That's in the gap. Will they come back for the second? No, they don't. And I'm surprised why that is. Maybe Majid wants to keep strike. He fancies the spinners, that's for sure. He loves to take the attack to the opposition, especially when the spinners are on. Oh, thickish outside edge. That might run away for 4. Fortune favors the brave, as they say. And that will trickle away towards the boundary ropes. Now they are quickly approaching the 3-figure mark. Are Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. Majid can't. He's not leaving anything in the tank. Going hard at it. The idea was to hit it towards that cow corner region. The swing was towards the onside. It was a mighty slog. Gets a thickish outside edge. The ball goes fine enough towards the third man boundary. Goes big, hits it hard once again. Long on should cut it off. He does. It's just a single. He will keep strike. That's the end of the 13th. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. Things all of a sudden looking brighter for them. They're 92 for 2. हाँ 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 नहीं मैं पहुंचूंगा नहीं मैं पहुंचूंगा 4 4 4:30 हाँ हाँ तो मैं कह रहा हूँ कि
मैं कॉल कर दूंगा तब निकल जाना ठीक है.
So Himanshu has got 2 overs remaining in his kitty, and in all probability he should be bowling out. Not sure if the captain will keep 1 over of his to bowl within the death. He's done that. He's done that throughout this tournament on a couple of occasions at least. At the moment, Majid is a man on strike. He seems to be the danger man. If they don't get his wicket, that's slap hard. That's slap hard, and that's slapped into the gap as well. That's 4 more runs, moves to 30 in real quick time. You can't offer any wit to this man. He'll just throw his hard hands at it. Immediately, you see fielders being swapped. That strike rate is remarkable. So even S&A law offices, they're not backing down from a fight. They know that Majid fancies the spinners, and they've kept the spinners on. It's a no holds barred attack from Majid, going after everything. Just evades 2 fielders standing there. Gets away with that one, gets a single. The score moves to 97. The Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas camp is elated. They are chirping at the moment. They have found their voices back. S&A law officers have been slightly pushed to the back foot by both these batters. Pranav has seen all the action unfold around him. He's batting on 19. Goes big. That could be a wicket. Long off, gets around it. He takes it, pouches it. That's a very good catch. And this partnership once again has been broken. Pranav thought he too had to go for it. He goes for his shot, but not the timing he would have liked. That ball went miles high in the air, but didn't get the distance. And he goes for a well-made 19. Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas, they've lost their third. They're 97 for 3 as Pranav walks back.
स्कूल नहीं बेटा ये बड़े लोग कॉर्पोरेट. क्या देख रहे हो? क्या देख रहे हो? देख लिया. चलो चलो सर आपका ये सब.
So the new man is Srijan Srivastav, who walks out to the middle. Well, Pranav has set a platform for his team. Himanshu, as always, amongst the wickets. Tight line. He's upset with himself. He thinks that he should have stopped that one. He's off the mark, Srijan, straight away with a single. Pushes it away towards the long off region, gets 1 more run. Another couple of deliveries to go in this 14th. Majid, meanwhile, a huge shout for an LBW. but I think it was missing the wickets. Height was an issue there. Maybe not sure from this angle, maybe even going down leg, but height was definitely an issue. For the first time, we saw Majid looking to play a defensive stroke. Not out was the call. So, final delivery of the 14th over coming up. Plays that late region, works it away towards the offside, gets a single. 7 runs coming off that over and a wicket as well. 14th gone. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they rigged up. They 100 up in the 14th over. They 100 for 3. Jatin Kapoor to continue. And his team would be hoping that he picks up another wickets region. Just taps it away towards the onside, gets another single, and I think that would be the idea to revolve around Majid and see how long he can continue to play his brand of cricket. And he only knows to play one way, that is to go after the bowling. Look at that strike rate as well. Goes big, goes straight. Is that a chance? It is a chance. It's taken. The man at long off takes it comfortably. Gets another one. Jatin Kapoor picks up his second. That is a big wicket in the context of the game. Majid was looking dangerous and he has to depart. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they've lost their fourth. And this cameo finally comes to an end. This trailblaze of an innings by Majid Khan. He goes for 31 of just 14 deliveries. And SNA law officers, they are back in it.
टेस्ट मैच वाली देखी थी आपने? हाँ देखी थी। कौन सी? बॉल नहीं है किसी को भाई स्टंप कैम दो। भाई फोन तो काफी आ रही है तो क्या कह रहे हैं? स्टंप कैम के लिए? हाँ। ये वाली देखी थी? डीआरएस वाली? नहीं यार डीआरएस वाली तो नहीं देखी। बोले टेक्नोलॉजी चाहिए भाई रिव्यू चाहिए। रोकड़ा लगता है। कौन देगा भाई 10,000 एक सिर्फ उसके लिए स्टंप कैम के लिए। स्निको बेटे कौन देगा भाई? मेन बात रोकड़ी फंसती और कुछ नहीं है। पैसा दो तो स्पाइडी कैम भी आ जाए।
Chintan is a new batsman who walks out to the middle. A left-hander replaces Majid. Turns it away towards the offside.
ये मानी क्या? पावर बैंक? पावर वायरलेस हो रही है। दूसरा होगा भाई। भाई मेरे
Finds the man Chintan. It's always an exciting prospect to see a left-hander against an off-spinner. Goes inside out. That's a very good stroke. That is a boundary to get off the mark. Gets off the mark in style. Uses his feet nicely. Dances down the track. In 4 runs, he's off the mark. Jatin has been expensive today. He's picked up two important wickets though. Chintan off the mark. That's in the air. That could be a wicket. Gets underneath that one, makes himself comfortable, pouches that, and Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they've lost off their side. Chintan, his stay was short, and he has to go for four. And now all of a sudden they're reeling their 105 for 5 as Chintan departs. And Jatin Kapoor picking up his third. All these crucial wickets as well.
दाढ़ी की बारीकी चेक कर रहे हो क्या? अरे वो ठंड में स्किन ड्राई हुआ होगा।
So the fielding from SNA law offices has been top notch. What you do in the field really counts. Every single run stopped makes an impact on the game. Every single run matters. And also, as they say, catches wins you matches. That's a very important factor. They've got that aspect correct. But now it will be up to how the bowlers finish these last 5 overs and how their batsmen go about this chase. A successful over comes to an end. 15th gone. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, 106 for 5. Well, that's the beauty of this format. It's just a matter of a couple of deliveries, and this game can quickly change. Suraj back into the attack. He thought it was sure enough to be pulled away towards the onside. Srijan, that one kept low, and now it's dying on the batsman. Yes, the pitch will get slower as the day progresses. That is why captains elect to bat first, because it's that first half an hour that's easier to bat on. The bounce is truer. Just away from Suraj. Gets a single. Srijan gets Siddharth on strike. Rather, it was Siddharth who took that single. Gets Srijan back on strike. Srijan batting on 3. That's a crisp stroke towards that extra cover. Region was hit hard. This is Suraj's final over. He's yet to pick up a wicket. Can he close it off with a wicket? His captain would be really happy if he does that. Plays that very late, almost of the wicketkeeper's gloves. Just a dab towards the point region. One more run. So the big fish was Majid. Not quite where he intended to hit it. Thickish inside edge. The bowler gets around it, and the batsman had enough time to take a single. This has been a tight over so far. Just 4 runs off it. Final delivery to be bowled. Siddharth will be the man facing that final delivery. The projected score at this rate would be 139, but I'm sure Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas would be looking at least 150. And that's cleaned him up. That's ball straighter. That's ball quicker. But that is a no ball. That is a no ball signal by the umpire, and it will be a free delivery. He had cleaned him up, had bowled the batsman, but he had overstepped. How unfortunate is that? Would have had a wicket against his name. This is his final over. We haven't seen too many front foot no balls. And not only does the batsman get away with that, he gets a free hit as well. We'll go for it. Swings hard. Has he got all of it? That's gone for 6. Adds to his pain. Suraj, rubbing salt onto the wound, gets a 6 as well. 16th over gone. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, 118 for 5. So we are down to officially the death overs. These Siddharth and Srijan are out there. Srijan would be much more confident with that 6 of the final delivery of the previous over. Jatin will bowl out. This is his final over. The batsman works it away towards the extra cover region. Suraj fields it. The score moving to 119. Srijan batting on 11. Jatin versus Srijan. Plays it stylishly towards the onside. Has he found the gap? He has, but the fielder is well up to the task. Gets around it. Keeps it to another couple of runs. Srijan moves to 13 with that brace. So the fielder standing at long off has swapped places with the man standing at deep mid wicket. The score moves to 121 for 5. So long off is slightly finer now. Short enough, plays a lap sweep. That's a smart stroke, using the pace of the bowler. The wicket keeper giving it the chase, but I'm afraid he won't be able to stop that one. That is a smart cricketing shot. Very well controlled, very well adjusted. There was a big vacant gap there. Gets another one towards the fence. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas getting some important runs here. They've lost wickets at regular intervals, but they haven't got bogged down. The run rate is still been healthy. The wicketkeeper standing up to the stumps, and Jatin with that field once again. That fine leg fence is vacant. Can't bowl on the pads of the batsman. He thought about it, the batsman, to go for the sweep shot. Drills it towards long off. Gets a single. Another couple of deliveries to go in the 17th over. How many more runs can they rake up? They'd be looking at somewhere around 160. That's high! Suraj Underneath that one, can't take it because that has cleared the fence. Let's go for another six. For a moment, we thought that Suraj might have a chance, but not to be. That was a very well played. Siddharth getting the timing right on that one. Plays one towards the extra cover region. Just carves it away towards the offside. Gets 6 more runs. This is a big over. Final delivery. Played and missed. It's the end of the over. Ends it with a dot. 17th gone. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They're 132 for 5 with 3 more to go. They'd be upset if they don't get to 160 from this stage. At least 155 is on the cards at the moment, provided they don't lose any more wickets from here on. So as I said, Himanshu, he's used to bowling in the death, and he's bowled well within the death, but this is a gamble that S&A are taking. Well, it could pay off. But going by the statistics of Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, it could be a big risk as well. Himanshu bowling his first. Goes for the sweep. Gets down. Meets the ball from the middle of the bat and puts it away in style, in grand fashion for 4 more runs. That's a good start to the over. That's a very good start. And if these two stay out there till the very end, it could be 170 plus as well. And that would be a big total. That would be a very big ask. We played a lot of cricket on these pitches. So yes, the cracks are widening. It's getting lower. That's a wide. The bowler under tremendous pressure now. Chasing won't be easy. Batting second on this deck won't be easy. And if you get 160 plus, then from ball one, the pressure is on the batting team. That could be a run out. It is a run out. That's a wicket. S&A are elated. They picked up another one. And we'll have to wait and watch who it was. I think it was Srijan who has to depart. Rather, it's Siddharth maybe. Srijan was a man on strike. With loose hands, works it away towards that backward point region. And they've lost another one. They've lost their 6th. So I'd say in the nick of time, they picked up another wicket, S&A. So Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they're 139 for 6. So the new man is Chaitanya. He's at the non-striker's end though. Rather, he's at the striker's end. I beg your pardon. The run out was effected at the striker's end. Starts off with a dot. Good bowling this by Himanshu. Has come back well after conceding that boundary of the very first delivery of a fresh new over. This is the 18th over, just 2 more overs to go after this one. Looks to use his wrist. Good fielding effort in his own follow through. Gets down, makes the stop, saves at least 1 run. for his team. Does Himanshu. He's bowled well. He's bowled really well. Has picked up an important wicket. Conceding 25 runs so far. 2 more deliveries to go. Can he close it off well? That is a question. Chaitanya Kashyap yet to get off the mark. It's not easy on this track. Coming out and looking to hit it from ball 1 won't be easy. Hits it straight. That's a good stroke. A great effort by the man at long off. But the only question is, has that gone all the way? Yes, it has. That's travelled towards the boundary ropes. Suraj does incredibly well. He's a great athlete, but that's trickled over. That was hit hard. That was hit well. So Chaitanya off the mark in grand fashion gets a 6. Right out of the screws. The score moves to 145. A valiant effort that by Suraj. Final delivery of the 18th over. That spoils the over for S&A. Once again, rocks back onto the back foot. Heaves it away towards long on. They come back for the second. That's a direct hit. But I think he's made it back. This is thoughtful running between the wickets. So they get another brace. 18th gone. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They're 147 for 6. I think 160 is on the cards here. 2 more overs to go. 12 legal deliveries. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They're playing out the penultimate over. It will be KSS bowling the penultimate over. And 147 for 6 is what's on board at the moment. And Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they are some tough metal to crack. You've got to be on your toes at all times when you're playing a game against them. S&A started off really well. Can they close this one well? That is a question. Down the leg side. That's a sin. Well, the lines have been pretty decent throughout this game. Very rarely we've seen S&A bowl some looseness. That's one rare occasion when he's bowled one. It's come in the penultimate over. That's good stuff. That's great stuff. Fires it in. Bowling in that channel. Chaitanya wanted to slap it away towards the offside. Doesn't make any connection. Quick, nippy delivery. Hasn't got the biggest of run-ups, but he's effective. It's KSS. Once again losing his shape, in no control of that one. Will they come back for the second? Could be a run out. Is it? Yes, it is. The umpire has pointed out his dreadful finger. And that is another wicket that has fallen. That was a desperate dive by Chaitanya, but he couldn't make it back. He makes a slow walk back into the dressing room, but it's all for the team. S&A once again elated, pulling things slightly back. They've lost their fourth. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They're 150 for 7 now. As Chaitanya walks back, Srijan is still out there batting on 25. Raj is the new batsman. He will be at the non-striker's end now because the run out was affected at the non-striker's end. Shot is pulled it away as he found the gap. There is a fielder. Misfield! Misfield! Pressure! That's a sin! 150 up! S&A law officers have been so good throughout the afternoon in the field. And at this crucial juncture, they've conceded some easy runs to Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. That should have been only a single. 3 easy runs given away. The pressure on the fielding side. Shot again, goes for it once again. This time, the fielder doesn't have a job to do because that has gone all the way for a 6. 160 up and one more over to go. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they're looking good here. They're 160 for 7. This has been an absolute seesaw battle. Lalit, who's bowled really well with the fresh new ball, will be bowling out the final over of this innings. 160 is what Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas have on the board. Raj facing his first delivery. He's got his work cut out. He knows what's at hand. Straight into the keeper's gloves. Srijan wanted the single. He wanted strike. Wide signal by the umpire. Taking a chance there, Srijan quickly makes back to the crease. 161. This is already a good total, in my opinion. Will require some chasing. That's sensible. Raj works it away towards the offside, gets a single off the mark, gets Srijan back on strike more importantly. 5 deliveries, that's what he's got. Will he make them count? That is the question. Lalit, he's a sensational bowler, he's a very good bowler. This is a good spell. It all boils down to this. That's another boundary. He's plugged the gap. That's 4 more runs. Once again, they're making the mistake of bowling short to this man. He's very quickly onto the back foot. Transfers his weight nicely. And picks up the length pretty quick too. He moves to 39 of just 16 deliveries. Talk about creating an impact. He's been the impact player along with Majid. Turns it away towards deep mid wicket. They will get another brace. Another couple of runs. 2 more to the total. Moves into the 40s. 41 of just 17. He started off slow and how quickly things have turned around. 3 legal deliveries remain. Short again. Gets away with that one. Inside edge. And that will be a run out of the non-strikers end. He sacrifices his wicket, does Raj. It's alright. It is alright. Srijan is still out there. Srijan batting on 41. That's a dot ball. They'll be now targeting at somewhere around 175. 2 deliveries remain. Should at least get 170. And they'll be happy with that effort. And they'll be dejected if they don't get to that 170 mark. 170 plus would put the pressure on the opposition when they come out to bat. What a semi-final we are witnessing. Hits it hard, slaps it hard. The fielder puts in the dive. He can't stop it. That's another boundary move to 45. They're into the 170s now with one final delivery remaining. What a knock. This is turning out to be 45 of just 19. Can he get to a half century here? One big hit and it would be the fastest 50 of this tournament. Shot! Hasn't got all of it. Long on. Gets himself towards the ball. Takes that catch. So it's a wicket of the final delivery, but 173 will be the target for SNA law officers when they come out to bat. Should be an interesting run chase this one. Remember, it's a quest for the finals. And a fine knock that by Srijan comes to an end. 172 for 9 is what Shardul Amarchand Mangaldas finished with.
का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे then why go out? साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट।
So the openers are out there. 173 will be the target. And you can vouch for the fact that it won't be easy. Having said that, Jatin and Manoj have been so fluent throughout this tournament. They've combined so well as an opening pair. They walk out to the middle. S&A law offices. They're looking to chase down 173. And you'd have to say Shardul, Amarchand, they'd be happy with that effort. Jersey number 11 bowling the first. Jatin, the talismanic batsman Jatin, facing the first delivery. Straight away on the money, just pushes it straight to the fielder. You can see voices from all around. All of a sudden, when you hear those many voices as a batsman, you feel like you're 11 on 2. Swivels it. Looks to play towards the onside. Finds the man. There's a short fine leg. It's an interesting field setup that they've got. They know that Jatin is very strong towards that onside region, especially between mid-wicket and fine leg. You talk about a left-hander's elegance. You talk about their offside stroke making. But Jatin is exceptional towards that square leg region. But he's gone! He's gone! Without opening his account. What a start this is. A dream start for the bowling team. Uproots the off stump. Right in the block hole. On the roots of the off stump. He was looking to play across. And loses his wicket. This is a sensational start. And the most prolific batsman of S&A has to depart, that too without opening his account. They've lost their first with no runs on the board. So, Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they couldn't have anticipated a better start. The big wicket of Jatin. The keeper is excited. Not out, says the umpire. He was unmoved. Looks to play away from his body. Bowling it wider, asking the batsman to go for the drive towards the offside. Swing and a miss. Surinder Singh. He's the batsman on strike. Another couple of deliveries to go. Classic shot. Very well played. Sweeper cover. Fumbles. That's 4. It's so well played. Such a pleasing stroke to the eyes. Plays it all along the ground as well. Pierces the gap through the offside. Sweeper cover. In all likelihood should have stopped that. That's through him. They're up and running, S&A. Very good stroke there by Surinder Singh. Final delivery of the over coming up. He's looking to bowl it full, keep it up, look for any movement. Plays it back to the bowler. That's the end of the first over. Wicket coming off it. 4 for 1. S&A law offices after the first. So that previous first over was a dream of a start for Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. Raj, meanwhile, has got the new ball in his hands. He'll be bowling the second over. Manoj. Oh, that wasn't too far away from the leg stump. Has to be mindful there. Manoj was looking to play it fine enough. Play the leg glance. Starts off with a wide. Could start this by Raj, even though he's been slightly off radar. I think that was a very good start in terms of the pace is concerned. Had to dig that one out at Manoj. Good start. Really good start from the left arm pacer coming around the wicket. He's quick, he's nippy. He's got his lines sorted as well. He's bowling around that channel, slightly fuller in length. Looking to surprise the batsman with a Yorker first up. Not easy to play those Yorker length deliveries initially when you're just starting off. That's a good looking stroke towards the onside. Long on. Keeps it down to just one. So Manoj off the mark with a single. Surender back on strike. So this is a subdued start from S&A law offices, especially after they lost their most prolific batsman, Jatin, that too without opening his account. Thought about going after it, decides against it at the last moment, lets it go straight to the keeper. Wide signal by the umpire. Will have to re-bowl that one, Raj. But what a team this has been. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They put huge runs on the board and then their bowlers take care of the rest. But S&A law offices, they've been absolute fighters throughout this contest, throughout this tournament as well. Once again, fuller length delivery. Another stylish looking drive for a single. They've been a force to reckon with, S&A law officers, throughout this very lengthy tournament. And what a fine one this has been. The 15th edition of the Self Turf Cricket League. Fantastic tournament. Kudos to the organizers. And a big thanks to all our sponsors, because of whom this was possible. So Raj, he's bowling it really full. At the moment, because of the field restrictions, it's not easy for the batsman to put it away. That's slapped across. That's hit with disdain. That's for his first boundary. First delivery, he really banged in short. Wasn't short enough, but he pulled back his length. Wasn't as full as he was bowling previously. And Manoj was an opportunity enough for him to free his hands. Hits it well. Gets his first boundary of the day. And hopefully many more to come as far as S&A law officers camp are concerned. So mid off rather has been pushed back to long off after that stroke. Final delivery of the second over coming up. On the pads, almost straight to that man. That's a risky single, but they make it comfortably in the end. That's the end of the second over. Good over for the batting team. They're 13 for 1. So the tall, lanky jersey number 11, right hand pace bowler will continue. He's into his second. What a sensational start he provided to his team. Siddharth, good with the bat now, coming really good with the ball as well. This is the all-important semi-final. They're playing for a place in the finals. That's a very good stroke. Nicely picked up. And that will be 4 more runs. That's picked off a good length. What a good stroke that was. Nicely controlled. Starts the over well. A boundary to start proceedings. Score moves to 17. Siddharth, I reckon, just losing his run up. So sweeper cover in place. Uses his feet. Carves it away towards the offside. That's safe. That's in the gap. Will sweeper cover cut it off? He does. Does extremely well. In tandem with the man standing at point. Keep it down to 2. So another brace to the batting team. It's good attacking cricket. He's proactive. In fact, they've settled for just 1, I reckon. Yes, that's just 1. That's poor running between the wickets. So as I said, 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. 1 at sweeper cover, 1 at long off now. Long on was in position for Manoj. For the other man, it's long off, who's taken guard, who's been a boundary rider. Siddharth to continue. He's pulled immaculately. That's hit hard straight down the ground. Long off keeps it down to just 1. That's exactly why they had a long off for him. because if he was standing within that 30-yard circle, that would have been a boundary. Manoj back on strike. Once again, mid-off comes in. Mid-on goes out towards the boundary ropes. That's heaved away. That could be a chance. Is it a chance? It's taken. What a wonderful catch that is. That is sensational stuff. So the other opener has to depart. Manoj, the idea was right. He had to go for the big hits. And he has to depart in the process. Siddharth picks up his second wicket. He's got both the openers to his name. And S&A in big trouble now. And 19 for 2.
जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट।
हटा दो इसको। क्यों? सेफ्टी। अबे कोई सेफ्टी नहीं, कहाँ बॉल आ रही है यहाँ? सेफ्टी भाई, सेफ्टी। तीनों मार खा लेगा, दो उसमें क्या है? रहने दो, लग जाए। तो क्या इतनी? आप उधर बैठ जाओ। उधर बैठूंगा, स्कोरबोर्ड यार। स्कोरबोर्ड मैं बता दूंगा आपको। तुम रहने दो, तुम तो पिक्चरें देखते हो बैठ के।
So Atul walks in at number 4. He'll be facing his first delivery. Siddharth is bowling beautifully. Steams in, bowls it full up, goes for the drive. Atul finds the fielder. No chance of a run. So you'd have to say at the moment, Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they are on top. They're making their march towards the finals. Will S&A counter that? Third over gone, 19 for 2, S&A.
मरवाओगे भाई। अब इससे छोटा स्क्रीन नहीं है, पॉकेट साइज वाला। आपने कहा पढ़ाओगे, ब्राइटनेस तो बढ़ा दो। फुल है कैसे लग रही?
So Raj will continue. His previous over was slightly expensive comparatively to his standards that he set throughout the course of this tournament. That one right in the money. Surinder batting on 6, pushes it straight back to the bowler. No chance of a run. Atul has just walked out. He's at the non-striker's end. Yet to get off the mark, has faced just one delivery. Raj coming around the wicket. Oh, that's a wild delivery. That's a full toss. That's in the air. Majid after it. They'll get a couple of runs. We'll wait for the verdict from the umpire. Is it a no ball? Yes, it is a no ball. Above the waist height. No ball signaled by the umpire, so they will get a free hit. So Surinder will have the license to go for it. The field restrictions still on. They can't even change the field, remember. The field has to remain the same. It's the same batsman who's on strike. Surinder, the man facing the free hit delivery. Here we go. Raj steaming in. Might be a wide. Yes, it is a wide. Good take by the keeper. That one kept low. We'll have to re-bowl that one. So the free hit remains. 150 runs required. That run rate is going up. It's creeping up. It's 8.91 at the moment. Can they bring it down with a big hit? this delivery. It's a free hit delivery, remember. Goes big. Hasn't got all of it. Puts in the effort. Gets one hand stretched out. Makes the stop. Keeps it down to just one. Gets away with that one, does Raj. Well, he didn't give his 100% there because even if he had held on to that catch, would have been not out. It was a free hit delivery. Raj to continue. Atul, the man on strike. He's yet to get off the mark. Nicely gets behind the line of the ball. Defends it. Slight hesitation as far as running between the wickets is concerned. That's something that Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas did really well. As far as running between the wickets was concerned, they were brilliant. The calling was perfect. They were off for a single in a flash. They converted their doubles as well. Pushes it straight back to the bowler. Slight fumble this time around allows Atul to get a single and get off the mark as well. So Surinder back on strike. Batting on a runner ball 9. They need a big partnership, do SNA law officers. And they need both these batsmen to score at a good clip as well, because otherwise this required run rate will get out of their hands. Looks to go for the big swing towards the offside. Once again, widest delivery. It's away from the tram line. The question is, will Raj opt for bowling over the wicket? You know, the problem with this angle is if he's too straight, then he'll be on the pads of the batsman. And if he looks to bowl it wider of the batsman, that there's a possibility that he could be bowling away from the tram line. So the question is, and I reckon he'd be much better off bowling over the wicket. But I think as far as muscle memory is concerned, he's more used to bowling around the wicket to the right-handed batsman. That's something I was talking about. When he's looking to bowl two straights, he's on the pads of the batsman, so there's an opportunity for the batsman to put it away towards the onside. Much easier when the bowler is bowling on your pads to put it away. But there is a short fine leg. Would be difficult to evade that fielder. But apart from that fielder, there's a big gap between the mid-wicket fielder and a short fine leg. Squeezes that out. Extra cover gets to it. They have enough time to get a single. So one more run to end the over. Another good over for the batting team. Raj is proving to be expensive today. 4 overs gone. S&A law officers, they're 28 for 2. So Siddharth, he's bowling consecutive overs here. His third on the trot. Oh, fumble. So Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas haven't been as sharp as they are used to in the field. You know, a big contrast to what S&A did in the field. They were electrifying in the field. S&A, they were very good. Taking all those catches, putting in the dives. The ground fielding was good too. There was a definite nick there, but the ball dying on the wicket keeper. Once again looking to play away from his body. Surinder Singh gets the under edge, the toe end of the bat. But the wicket keeper puts in the dive, but was dying on him. That one. That run rate with every single delivery is creeping up. And remember, after this, just one more over of the power plays to be bowled. This is the easiest phase to bat. Only a single. And as I stated, chasing a target never easy, especially when you're looking to chase down a big target. Batting becomes more and more difficult as the day progresses. That's been on display, especially during the second half of this tournament as the pitches have become more and more slower because a lot of cricket has been played on these decks. So these surfaces are not really true, they're not concrete. Shot, and nice, he gets on top of it, puts it away right into the gap. That's a good looking stroke. Atul gets his first boundary. Looks to test him with a short pitch stuff, does Siddharth. And Atul was well up to the task. Nicely getting on top of it. Hits it to the fence. Very well controlled as well. Moves to 7. The score for S&A moves to 34 for 2. 139 still required of 92. It's a long way to go in this run chase. But S&A really have to do something about their run rate. It's another couple of deliveries to go in this over. It's another cracking shot, only for a single though. Sweeper cover is out there. Keep it down to just one. One more to the total. Final delivery of the over coming up. Surinder, the man on strike, having faced 12 deliveries. .138 required of 91. Final delivery of the 5th over. Siddharth into his third. He's picked up both the wickets that have fallen in this inning so far. Wrapped on the pads, and the umpire raises a swinger. That looked plump, and he had no hesitation there. The umpire, that's another one. Surinder, he was looking well settled. He has to make his walk back. It's going from bad to worse for S&A. They've lost their third. They're 35 for 3, and at the moment they're reeling. So this opening pair will continue. Final over of the power plays. New man is out there. Suraj is the new man. Suraj is at the non-striker's end. It's good fielding. Atul reaches out for it, works it away towards the offside. Dot ball in. Raj has been expensive today. So far he's been wicketless. His opening partner has picked up 3 wickets and has been economical too. As they say, faster bowlers hunt in pairs. That's 4. That's it well. That's it really well. And Raj has had an off day, as I was talking about that. Concedes another boundary. Has really looked off colour. Not quite his usual. The captain has a word of advice for his bowler, his left armour. Once again, full up. I think he's been a touch too full today. That will be another one. Back-to-back boundaries. Almost a carbon copy of that same shot he hit the previous delivery. And yes, he's been guilty of bowling it too full today. That's something you're much better off bowling in the depth when the batsman is looking to slog it away. I think he needs to pull back his length somewhat. Left armers generally so precious. So is Raj. I mean, yes, he's looked off colour today. Has been expensive, hasn't picked up a wicket so far, but he's been one of the prime reasons that Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas have reached the semi-finals of this tournament. And from what it looks like, they're on course to head into the finals as well. So you have your days, and there are some days where nothing goes your way. Having said that, Siddharth and Raj have forged this beautiful partnership as far as the bowling is concerned. And I was talking about fast bowlers hunting in pairs, and they benefit from each other. Two different bowlers. Raj, not the tallest out there. He's got a round armish action. Comes around the wicket. Left arm quick. Siddharth on the other end, tall, lanky, has got a straight arm action. Right arm bowler. They gel together well. At run rate at the moment in excess of 9. That's the end of the power play overs. S&A law firm. They're 45 for 3. So the first change in bowling. Power plays are out of the window, and a spinner comes into the attack. That one kept really low. Srijan Srivastav. He is bowling his first over. And he's kept things really tidy in the middle overs for Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. Bowls it straight generally. That's down the leg side though. We'll have to re-bowl that one. Wide signal by the umpire. SNA law office is slowly approaching the 50-run mark. Swing and a miss. It wasn't too far away from the off stump. Goes for the slog sweep towards the onside. Misses it all, ends up. SNA Law Offices, they're 46 for 3 at the moment. Suraj batting on 1. Squeezes it away. Plays it towards covers. Again, a dot delivery. So they've eaten up a lot of dot deliveries in this innings already, SNA Law Offices. They'll have to make amends for that. They've also lost 3 quick wickets within the first 6 overs. So this run chase won't be easy for them. The bowler opts to come in around the wicket, bowls it on the pads. The batsman easily works it away towards the onside, gets a single, 1 more run. Score moves to 47 for 3. They need at least a boundary every single over. If they don't do that, this run chase will pretty much get out of hands for them as a batting unit. Playing along nicely at the moment are Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They know that both these batsmen at the moment, they're much more relaxed, and they'll get to a point where they'll be looking for big hits and probably make mistakes in doing so. Just like that, that could be a wicket just falling short. Something had to give in. Suraj going for the big hit, tried, gets just a single, and that is the end of the over. So just 4 runs of that over. 7th gone. SNA Law Officers, they're 49 for 3. So Srijan has been taken off. A left arm orthodox spinner comes into the attack. Starts off really well. Starts off beautifully. Right on the money. Straight away, this is the 8th over. Suraj is the man on strike. Good bowling. Good bowling. Watching the batsman till the very end. Sighting what he's up to. Just fires it in fuller. They're 1 run away from the 50-run mark. Plays away from his body. Third man puts in the dive, does well. Keeps it down to just a single. 50 up for SNA Law Officers, courtesy that single. It's been slow, but it's been steady. They should target a couple of bowlers to go after. Just like Majid did. Came out from ball 1. Had a crack at everything. That's a good shot. That will help. Takes it on the full. Works it away towards the extra cover region. Atul gets a boundary. A boundary after a while. And S&A law offices, they like that. What a good stroke as well off the bat of Atul. He knew there was a big gap there, plucks it out nicely, and straight away you can see the effect, the ripple effect. A fielder comes around that extra cover region. This time goes towards the long on region. Might get another boundary. Good fielding effort. Fielding in tandem. Long off gets around it. Had a lot of ground to cover. Gets support from the man standing in the deep. Gets a couple of more runs. Atul moves to 22 of 14. Final delivery of the over coming up. Fuller delivery. Hits it hard but finds the man stationed at extra cover region. That's a good over for the batting team. 8th gone. They are 56 for 3 S&A law officers. So Majid comes into the attack now. Another change in bowling. There's no dearth of talent in this Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas team. Majid giving the much needed impetus in that first innings for Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. What a knock he played. Generally plays towards the end. He's kept in store for the final few overs, but he was pushed to number 4 today. Came out all guns blazing. Starts off with the dot. Does Majid. Keeps the batsman in check more often than not. Oh, was there an edge? Was there an edge? I think that was a deliberate shot. Deft touch. Just using the pace of the bowler. Almost playing it off the wicket keeper's gloves. That's a smart shot. Risky as well. If that had stuck, would have been another wicket. But in the end, reaps the rewards for the risk he took. Gets another boundary. And they require at least one boundary every single over, and also need to make sure that they don't play out too many dot deliveries each over. Good running between the wickets. They come back for the second as well. No backup there. They come back for 2. Another couple of runs. Atul moves into the 30s now. This is the 9th over being bowled by Majid. S&A law officer still fighting it out. That will fall short. They'll come back for at least two more runs. Well, the idea was right. The fielder standing at long off wanted to go for the catch. Overshoots in the end. And that allows the batsman to come back for the second. .108 required now. It's the run rate, the required run rate is still in excess of 9.5. That's just a push towards the offside. Gets another single. Final delivery of the ninth over coming up. This has been an expensive over, not the best of starts as far as Majid is concerned. Down the leg side. Good take by the keeper. Gets in line. And they sneak a single. One more run. Plus that wide as well. So 2 runs off. So final delivery of the ninth over coming up. Majid's running in. That's a slower delivery. That's something different that he tried. Excellent effort. For a moment, it seemed like that was running away towards the fence. Gets his best feet forward and makes the stop. But they get another couple. That's the end of the ninth. S&A Law Officers, they're 70 for 3. They require 103 more runs. So start off the 10th over. The left armour to continue. That's chipped towards the long off region. Only a single on that occasion. One more run added to the total. So this is Bhomik's second over. His first one was slightly more expensive than he would have liked. So finally, S&A Law Offices, they're getting a move on. A partnership is brewing at the moment between these two. Atul has been the aggressor, batting on 35. It's once again tucked off his pads. This is brilliant running between the wickets. You know, if you think about it, all you've got to take is doubles every single delivery. You don't need to take that extra risk looking for the big shots. Suraj is the new man. He's batting on 6. Looks to play away from his body. That's fired in away from the batsman's radar. 100 runs required of 63. That is difficult but not impossible. Drills it low along the ground. Works it away towards long off. Gets one more run. With that single, Suraj is back on strike. Suraj is a very smart player. He knows what the situation requires him to do. And he knows that Atul at the moment is going along nicely. So I'm sure he'll be looking to hand back the strike to Atul. Well, it seems he had other ideas there. He was looking to use his feet, reach down to the pitch of the delivery and hit it away towards the onside. But as I said, Bhomik is a very smart operator. Till the very last moment, seeing what the batsman is up to, just pulling back his length. Once again, really smart. Good fielding as well. That's the end of the over. Just a single in the end. So 10th corner, the halfway mark. S&A Law Offices is 75 for 3, and I think it should be the final drinks break of this match. And we'll join you after the drinks.
जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट। जब स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट घर पे देन व्हाई गो आउट। साफी के 28 हर्ब्स का यूनिक फॉर्मूला खून को साफ करके स्किन को बनाए हेल्दी अंदर से। हमदर्द साफी, हर घर का स्किन स्पेशलिस्ट।
भाई ऐड चला के चले गया। मजा ले रहा मैं अपना। बात थोड़ा करूँ कैसे? अरे दे।
So play resumes after the drinks interval. And almost a wicket straight away. That got the bowler excited. That partnership which was brewing has been disturbed by Majid, as always proving to be an impact player with both bat and ball. Almost picking up another one. Surprising the batsman with that full toss that was dropping on the batsman. Vishal, the new man, he's all at sea at the moment. He knows that the need of the hour is to score quick runs. Suraj has departed. Lets it go. That's well within the tram line. That's a legal delivery. It's another dot. You can see that the fielders are now teasing the batsmen for every dot ball. But I'm sure the batsmen would not give an ear to what the fielding team has in store for them. This is a do or die situation for both these teams. They are fighting it out for a place in the finals. Swing and a miss once again. That's what they want him to do. They want him to swing hard. They're appealing. They're appealing there. They're asking the square leg umpire. The wicketkeeper having a word with the square leg umpire. Not out stays the verdict. So the final delivery of the 11th over coming up. What an over this has been. Absolutely sensational stuff. Once again, swing and a miss. I reckon that's a wicket made it. Yes, it is. Immaculate stuff from Majid. He was star with the bat and now with the ball as well, playing an important part. 11th gone. SNA law offices, they are in big trouble. They're reeling at the moment. They're 75 for 4. इन्फो में होगा ना इन्फो में होगा नहीं पता लगा उसको पता लगेगा अरे मैं कह रहा हूँ इन्फो जो लिखा है ना उसमें क्लिक अबे ये कोई और मैच है भाई एक सेकंड ऊपर कर और चेक करना ओ भाई ये डीजी लाइंस अरे भाई अभी आता ही है तो आप चेक करो ओके यही है एक मिनट देख लो हाँ यही है क्या लिखा हुआ था वो एरर है So Srijan will continue. Atul, the man on strike, batting on 38, has been the highest scorer of this inning so far. Getting on top of the bounce, works it away towards the fielder, towards that cover region. Too many dot balls have been played in this innings. Thickish outside edge. The fielder is giving it the chase. Will he be able to stop it? He is. Keeps it down to 2. Not quite where he intended to hit it. Atul was looking to work it away towards that point region, towards that backward point region, looking to play it square, gets a thickish outside edge. Ball runs away towards the third man region, moves to 40, does Atul. Score in to the 70s. They have more work to do, and it's becoming more and more difficult with each passing delivery. Moves to 41. Vishal has faced 5 deliveries. He's yet to get off the mark. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a very good delivery. He was looking to work it away towards the onside. Misses it all, ends up. Does Vishal Singh. Another couple of deliveries to go. This has been a good over. Fires it in. Might be a wide. It is a wide outside the tram line. That ball angling away from the right-handed batsman. Goes further away. Good take once again by the keeper. You know, we keep talking about wicket keeping being a thankless job. Very good effort by the bowler. He'll get a single. He's off the mark with that single. Off the mark is Vishal Singh. Gets Atul back on strike to face the final delivery of the over. Atul has paced his innings nicely, but I think he's running out of partners at the other end. Hasn't got able support from the other end. And that's been the undoing of S&A law offices so far in this game. It's a good shot. Once again, transferring it ways nicely. It's gone all the way, I guess. It's gone all the way. That's 4. That's a boundary to end the over. Didn't seem from the naked eye that it was travelling towards the boundary ropes, but it has. That's 4. So ends the over with a boundary. 12th gone. S&A law offices the 84 for 4.
भाई लाइट कर ले थोड़ी तेज लाइट तेज से भाई लाइट बड़ा ऊपर शटर को वो कर 250 कर कर दे 250 लॉक कर दे बस
So we'll get started with the 13th over. 89 more runs required in the next 8 overs. Bomik, the left armer, will continue. Goes big. Slogs it hard. Good fielding. Good fielding. Excellent fielding. Saved at least 1 run for his team. That was stroked well. Gets only a single. Wonderful fielding. Gets Atul back on strike. Atul batting on 45 of 28 deliveries. 88 still required. 88 of 47. That's a big ask. That is a huge ask. They've got 6 wickets in hand though. Bomik will continue. He's a smart operator, Bomik. Always a quality. They're a handful, these are left arm orthodox bowlers. It's an added bonus if you have one in your team. Especially somebody of the quality of Bomik, who's street smart. He's got all the variety in the book and varies his pace nicely, keeping the batsman guessing at all times. In the middle, really a handful. He showcased his talent and his skill throughout this tournament. That slap through the offside. There is a fielder there. Protection towards the offside, gets one more run. Atul back on strike. Atul batting on 46, approaching his personal milestone. Not that he would be too bothered about that. 46 of 29. Plays it straight back, straight to the fielder though. He's standing at short covers. So as I said, from ball number one, the field positioning from Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas team has been pretty odd. Oh, almost a catch, almost a catch. That's passed through his fingers. That was hit hard. That's a very good effort though. Could be a run out. Could be a run out. Is it? I think he's just made it back. He's just made it back, but that was close. It's all happening out there in the middle. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangalchand, they are fired up at the moment. The umpire intervening. He's asking them to cool down a bit. The umpire having a word with the wicket keeper. It happens, it happens. You lose your cool. It's a game. You know, everybody's fighting it out there. You're giving your best for your team. You want to win. It's a fight, it's a battle. But these things happen. I mean, you should just forget about it. I mean, this is a part and parcel of the game. Just forget about these things. It just happens when you're inside that yard, inside those boundary ropes. Once you're off it, you tend to forget these things. You'll see them hugging it out. It'll be all handshakes and all smiles. But this is a vital situation. They're looking for a place in the finals. Final delivery of the 13th. Looks to go big. Plays it towards the onside. Gets a single. He will keep strike. That's the end of the 13th over. 89 for 4. 83 required, rather 84 required. So it's going to be trial by spin. That one kept low. Nicely bowled. Bowling away from the radar of the batsman, inviting him to play towards the offside. Another dot delivery. That could be a wicket. He's dropped it. Oh, he's dropped it. That was it straight to him. He's upset with himself. By his own standards, that should have been taken. That was a dolly. He's such a good fielder, Srijan, especially off his own fielding. He won't be happy. He won't be happy with that effort. That's a wide signal. We'll have to re-bowl that one. Srijan into his third. That's hit hard. That's worked away towards the long on region. Vishal gets one more run. Atul now back on strike. Atul has batted beautifully. Batting on 47. He's been the lone warrior for his team. They're approaching their three-figure mark, our S&A law offices. But look at that required run rate. That's in excess of 12 and a half at the moment. That's a very big ask. Just 6 more overs to go after this one. Srijan Srivastav. What a match he's having. That's timed nicely. The placement is good too. That's 4 and that's 50 up for Atul. 51 of just 32 deliveries. As I said, he's playing a fighting knock. But can he take his team home? He is the hope that S&A still have out there. What a knock this is. Can he make it count? Can he take it to the very end? That's in the gap once again. Will only get a single this time around, and more importantly, he will keep strike. That's the end of the 14th. 76 more required. Or rather, I think there's another delivery to go in this over. Final delivery coming up. Good stroke, hits it straight. Long off, does equally well. Keeps it down to just 1. So 14th gone. 97 for 4 S&A law firm. So Majid is back into the attack. They've shuffled their bowlers really well. Majid has already picked up a wicket. He's into his third now. Vishal is a man on strike. Vishal now getting a hang of things. He struggled initially. Now he's striking them really well. Atul back on strike with a single. I'm afraid singles won't help the cause. Would be a change of gloves for Atul. .75 required of 35. They need something magical here. S&A law officers. Atul is well settled. Vishal at the other end. He's seen a few deliveries. That's it straight. Once again, not the timing he would have liked. Only gets a single. Works it towards the long off region. The score moves to 99. 1 run away from the 3-figure mark now. That won't be in their minds though. They'll be looking at the target, swing and a miss. That was a good delivery. That was a very smart delivery. By signal by the umpire, but they get a single. That's what counts, and 100 up for S&A law officers. 100 up. 73 more required. Can they make these last few overs count? Rocks back onto the back foot. Turns it away towards long on. Another single. The boundaries have been hard to come by. That's exactly what they want. That required run rate is getting out of hand now. It's 13 and a half. Penultimate delivery of this over. That's big. That's huge. Is that in the gap? That is in the gap. But that's gone all the way. More importantly, that's 6. Vishal gets his first maximum right out of the middle of the bat. That is a very good hit. That's smoked. That's a wonderful shot. S&A Law Offices, they believe. Final delivery. Can he go after it again? He goes towards the offside this time. It's once again in the gap. There's a fielder there. Deep extra cover keeps it down to 2. Good over that 15th gone. 64 more required. S&A Law Offices, they're 109 for 4. 30 deliveries remain, 64 to get. I'd say it's still gettable. Final 5 overs. What can we expect from here? Well, the umpires have switched ends. Will there be a change in fortunes as well for S&A? Well, this is a very funny game. Anything can happen. Never say never in cricket. Siddharth back into the attack. That's a wide. Starts off with a wide. Every single run counts. Another extra. Bowling away from the tram line. So we'll have to wait and watch if that extra bit of bounce, that extra bit of pace on the ball, if it helps the batsmen. They've struggled with their timing. But there will be some pace on offer. Drills it. Hits it straight to the man. Standing at short extra. So that's a dot. That is a good delivery. Pulls it full. Just fires it in. He knows that all he needs to do is create pressure by bowling dot balls. That's what he's trying to do. This is his final over. Goes big. That's not in control. That's aerial. That's gone miles high in the air. That will fall safe as well. That's just a single in the end. One more run taken. 111 runs on the board. 62 required. 28 deliveries remain. Vishal, staying true to his name, hit a mighty 6 in the previous over. Can he get in a few more? That's a very good shot. That's timed beautifully. That's 4. That's through the fielders. Putting on the pressure on Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. They get another boundary in. 58 required. As I said, this is a funny old game. Never say never. $115 for 4. 27 deliveries remaining. I think he's much better off bowling straighter. That's taken on the full. Sweeper cover tends to it. Keeps it down to just a single. One more run taken. Vishal, at one point of time, it seemed like he was struggling. Now he's batting on 20 a ball. Atul batting on 55. These two have struck to their guns. Plays it straight back to the bowler. Much better. Much better delivery that by Siddharth. That's exactly what I said. He's much better off bowling full. Well, the length was alright, but it's the line. He needs to bowl it straighter. That would be much more difficult for the batsman to negotiate. Goes big. Hasn't got all of it. Once again, only will be a single. That's another single taken. That's the end of the 16th. A decent over. 56 required. S&A Law Office is the 117 for 4.
कितना यूज हो गया है? क्या चीज? नीचे मोबाइल डाटा दिखा नहीं है। 17 18 जीबी होने वाला है।
So the death overs in effect. 56 required of 24. Arpit into the attack. Adds an interesting phase to be introduced into the death overs when the pressure is on you, bowling your first over. But he's a very capable bowler. Bowling the 17th over. That's a good stroke. That's it hard. Long off, should cut it off, keeps it down to just one. Excellent fielding. That ball was travelling. Just travelling quick towards the boundary ropes as well. 55 required. Vishal now batting on 20. Arpit, he's adept at bowling those pinpoint Yorkers. That's carved away. That's carved away into the gap. I told you he was adept at bowling the Yorkers, but this time bowling it slightly wider. Just opening the face of the bat at the very last moment. That is an incredible shot. Vishal, can he work his magic today? Moves to 24. The pressure is back on Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas. What a cliffhanger this is turning out to be. Goes big again, this time through the offside. Once again, he's picked out the gap. That's another 4 back-to-back boundaries. As I said, this is a funny old game. How quickly things turn around. 47 required now. After this, just 3 more overs to be bowled. Arpit introduced into the attack. Hasn't had the best of starts with the ball. 47 of 21. But it's not over yet. They need more hits. They need many more of such hits. S&A Law Offices. But Shardul, Amarchand, they are panicking slightly. You can see field changes in effect. And there's a big gap now towards that fine leg region, mid-wicket and fine leg. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. Acres of space through that fine leg region. Swing and a miss meanwhile. That's a dot delivery. Comeback by the bowler. Good comeback at that. And Arpit has to be mindful of his line there. Can't afford to stray down on the pads of the batsman. Otherwise, it's goodbye. The ball will travel towards the fence. And that's exactly what's happened. That is exactly what has happened. It will trickle down towards the boundary ropes. Not quite where he intended to hit it, but he will get a boundary. He gets the desired result nevertheless. 43 required. That's exactly what I was talking about. It's 4 more runs. Final delivery of the 17th over remains. I'm sure Vishal will swing his bat at it. Moves to 32. Had his struggles early on in this innings, but he's coped up nicely. Once again, they haven't curbed that gap. It's still there. It's something that most batsmen haven't picked out. That's another good stroke. There is protection this time around. Only gets a single. Gets one more run. He will keep strike. That's the end of the 17th. 42 required. S&A Law Offices, they're 131 for 4. So start off the 18th over. Srijan continues. Once again losing his shape. Not in total control of that one. He'll get a single. Gets Atul on strike now. Atul has been out there for quite some time. Needs to take the impetus on himself. Needs to play the big shots. I know he'd be tired. There's still some batting to come. But he needs to stay out there till the very end. You can see in the background the batsmen to come are practicing their shots. They won't have any time to settle down. They'll have to go for their big shots from ball number 1. Only a single. They were in dire straits there for a moment. Atul wanted a second. Sent back by Vishal in the end. Vishal batting on 34. 40 required. 22 deliveries remain. Or rather, 16 deliveries remain. Goes big. Has he got enough? He has. You bet. That's 6 more. Moves to 40. 34 required now. Vishal, what a knock. This is turning out to be standing true to his name. That's a mammoth of a hit. Wow. That is some striking. And I think Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas have ignited something here. They've ignited the flames hiding within Vishal. And he's striking it big now. Goes big again, this time through the onside. That's back-to-back hits. That's back-to-back sixes. Right out of the screws. As I said, standing true to his name. He's dealing in some monstrous hits. S&A Law Offices, they love it. 28. It's much more comfortable now for S&A Law Offices. And really, in all honesty, Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas have only themselves to blame. Two deliveries remain in this over. 28 required. 14 deliveries remain. Vishal now all of a sudden he's approaching his half century. 46 of 28 deliveries. At one point of time he had faced 14 deliveries or so. He was batting on I guess 4 or 6 and he was struggling to make any connection with the bat, with the ball rather. And now look at him go. Plays that towards long off, only gets a single. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they are feeling the heat, they are feeling the pressure. Final delivery of the 18th over coming up. Atul will be the man on strike now. He too needs to go for the big hits. Just 2 more overs to go after this one. 27 to get. I'd say Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they can't afford to bowl any extras here. Otherwise, they'll be in trouble. If they keep things tidy, they can wrap this up. Still a single. Will they come back for the second? They should. They will. That's good running between the wickets. Another brace. Vishal will be on strike. 18th gone. A massive over in the context of the game. 25 required of the next 2 overs. SNA Law Officers, they 148 for 4. So the penultimate over of the innings. Majid will be bowling. That's in the gap. Sweeper cover. Will cut it off. Not before they come back for the second. That's 2 more runs. That's another couple moves to 49 of just 30. What a turnaround this has been. 150 up as well for SNA Law Officers. 23 required of 11. And now all of a sudden SNA Law Officers, they are in the driver's seat. Goes big. Hasn't got all of it. But doesn't matter. That was in the gap. The fielder takes the tumble. Has he stopped it? No, he hasn't. He's got to his half century in style. What a knock. Take a bow, Vishal. 4 more runs. Absolute miraculously. This is a miracle of a turnaround. Moves to 53. And now just 19 required. Vishal will turn around. Goes big towards the onside as he found the gap. He has another boundary. Back-to-back hits to the fence. Vishal would be asking, I can't hear your voice. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, where is your voice? Have you lost it or what? What a comeback this is. That's the best way to answer your opposition. There's still some work to do though. 15 required. What a wonderful match we are witnessing. This is an absolute cliffhanger. Goes at it. The fielder can't get to it. Has that gone all the way? Yes, it is. Another 6. Vishal is only hitting big 6s. That's another massive stroke. And that is probably why his parents named him so. He was born to do this. 6 more runs. Right off the middle of the bat. And at the moment he's toying with the bowling. Just 9 required. It's their game to lose. This is even better. It keeps getting better and better. This is unbelievable. I think SNA Law Officers have already won this one. They have won this one. This is a statement by Vishal. Well, there were chirps all around. There were chirps all around him. They were talking to him. But what he's done is he's made the bad talk. That's the best way to answer your critics, with the bat in your hand. And I think they'll be heading into the finals. Majid all of a sudden leaking runs. We'll be waiting for the celebration. Kozbek, that could be a wicket. That could be a wicket. He's been dropped. He's been put down. He gets away with that one as well. As they say, fortune favors the brave. That's been put down. So just 2 required and he will be on strike. 19th gone. S&A law offices. They're 171 for 4.
फोन ऑफ हो गया तो तुम्हारा अपडेट आया अच्छा अपडेट कर दो भाई यही कर लिया पलट गया खेल भाई काम काम हां उंगली कर दी क्या बोला उंगली कर दी ले रहे थे
So just 2 required. Final over. Baumik will be bowling this final over. Can Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas work some magic? Can they make a comeback? It will be a great effort if they can, but Vishal is the man on strike. And that will run through. That will run through. They should get at least one. They will come back for the second. They do. That's victory. They are into the finals. And what a knock this is by Vishal. 60 plus. And S&A law officers, they have fire in their eyes. They storm into the finals. Shardul, Amarchand, Mangaldas, they bow out. But what a semi-final game we witnessed. Was an absolute cliffhanger. In the end, it's S&A law officers who have made it into the finals.